So we have another minister now online with me, Minister Ahmed Hussain, Minister of Housing, Diversity, Inclusion. So, of course, during last elections, federal elections, Liberal Party promised that if they come back to power again, they will be taking care of many other issues, particularly the housing issue. So we have not seen this kind of these kind of housing prices rising every year, and in last 2 years we have seen almost double the prices of houses. So it is almost unaffordable for the young people, and particularly people who are coming to Canada, new immigrants. It's getting difficult day by day for them to dream to have a house in Canada. So government of Canada, Liberal government, had committed to bring some measures. So yesterday we saw quite big announcements regarding this issue. So Minister Hussain is going to talk about them in detail. Minister Hussain, first of all, welcome to Radio Parvasi and good morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me once again on Parvasi Media.
Okay, so you must be very busy since this announcement has come. So big announcement that now the foreigners cannot buy a house in Canada. There is a ban for 2 years. $40,000 tax-free account will be set up for the first-time home buyers. Many other issues, and those who buy a house but keep it vacant, there is a levy on them. There is a special tax on them. Multiple measures are being taken by the government to bring down these prices or at least keep them stable.
Well, you know, we're really, Budget 2022 is about building on the strong foundation of the National Housing Strategy. We are we're putting measures to help more Canadians buy their first home. We're also protecting buyers and renters, and we're building twice as many homes. We're doubling the rate of home construction. We will curb unfair housing practices, such as ending blind bidding, and so on, and of course we will continue to fight homelessness as well. So on helping Canadians buy their first home, you've already talked about the home buyer tax-free savings account of up to $40,000, and this means tax-free in, tax-free out. This is really helpful for first-time home buyers to get the down payment. We're also doubling the first-time home buyer tax credit to $10,000, as well as making sure that we end blind bidding and we ban foreign investment in our real estate sector. So we're doing a lot of things, but the other big piece in the budget is the introduction of a housing accelerator fund in the amount of $4 billion, and this is supposed to bring in an additional 100,000 new homes by 2024. So very ambitious, and obviously it is meant to work very closely with the cities and the municipalities to increase the supply of homes and do it faster. So eliminate the barriers that prevent more housing supply and the speed of the construction.
Yeah, Minister, we have seen, you have rightly said that the big issue is the supply. Now we have seen that builders, they are getting very smart day by day. They are not constructing houses. They understand that they will hold it till they get more and more value. And another big thing is that the reason is that the red tapeism. I understand this is not a federal issue, but to develop a land, there are so many hurdles. So how you guys will maintain the demand and supply at the same pace?
So absolutely, you mentioned the slow pace of building construction. There's a number of things that prevent the increase in supply and the speed of building new homes. And with the Housing Accelerator Fund, we want to partner with local governments, municipalities and regions to make sure that we dramatically increase the amount of housing supply. Now, how are we doing that? We will do that through various means. For example, helping them increase their own capacity to do the zoning process, to issue permits, to eliminate, for example, barriers such as moving away from paper and moving to a digital system to speed up the process, finding out ways in which we can help them increase their capacity by, for example, hiring more permitting officials, more zoning officials. These are the kinds of things that the Housing Accelerator Fund will be able to pay for, including even the cost of acquiring land. So when you think about all of those things, when you think about, for example, the length of time that it takes to approve a project or to even issue the permit, those are the kinds of things that we want to speed up and also dramatically increase the ability, as I said, of local governments to build way more supply for Canadians. And so $4 billion is a significant amount of money, and that's exactly what the Housing Accelerator Fund will do.
Okay, Minister, talking about Ontario, where most of the immigrants are settling down, Premier Ford has also announced that their target is to build 1.2 million houses in next coming 10 years. It's a very, very ambitious plan. But one good thing is that the federal government and provincial government are at the same level now. They both understand the need of constructing more and more houses as early as possible.
Absolutely, and as I said, we will work with the provinces and territories, we will work with the municipalities, we will work with the non-profit sector, we will work with developers as well, as we do now, to build more rental construction, rental housing. So we're going to build housing across the board, but like I said, making sure that we also protect buyers. We end blind bidding. It's not fair. We end foreign ownership of an investment in our real estate sector. And we enable more Canadians than ever before to acquire their first home. In addition to the tax-free savings account, we will be extending the first-time homebuyer incentive program to 2025. So those are some of the measures we're taking, but the big one is the Housing Accelerator Fund, which will, as I said, unlock more housing supply and enable local governments to build housing faster and faster.
Okay, since I shared this news day before yesterday with our listeners, with our readers, Minister, my feedback is people are liking, people are welcoming the decision of the federal government to put ban on the foreign investors, particularly in the housing sector. But how much is going to make some difference? Do you have any stats to tell us, share with us? How much?
Well, we will be looking at that statistic closely, but that is why we put the ban for 2 years to see how it's going to work out and also to evaluate the results of that ban. Absolutely.
Okay, and last thing, today we got a good news that our unemployment rate is at the lowest level, which was in 1976. So our unemployment rate is 5.3%. But when you are talking about constructing more houses, we need a big workforce, which we don't have at this time. You are Minister of Immigration, and I understand you know how government is struggling to bring more and more workers here in the country.
Absolutely. It's a mix. It's a number of solutions. Number one, yes, it's to bring more skilled immigrants to Canada, and of course we're doing that. We've increased the number of immigrants, the number of permanent residents that we plan to bring to Canada this year to 401,000 permanent residents. That's a record for our country. In addition to that, if you saw the budget yesterday, there was an element there to allow more Canadians and to fund more Canadians to go into the skilled labor sector so that they can help us to grow our economy, to build homes, to build bridges and infrastructure and so on. So that's something that we're investing in as well, because you are absolutely right. We cannot double the amount of homes we build if we don't have the skilled labor that is needed to build those homes.
Okay, Minister.
We have to work together.
Thank you, Minister. It's always a pleasure to talk to you, and we are celebrating 20 years of our journey in the media, and we will be celebrating with our listeners, readers, viewers of Parvasi, and we wish if you can also come and join us.
I would love that very much. Congratulations on 20 years, and congratulations to everything that you do for the community, and I am honored to be once again invited to join you at Parvasi.
Yeah, you're always our special guest, and thank you, Minister. Thank you. Talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
ਇਹ ਸਨ ਜੀ ਮਿਨਿਸਟਰ ਅਹਿਮਦ ਹੁਸੈਨ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ $4 ਬਿਲੀਅਨ ਸਪੈਸ਼ਲ ਰੱਖੇ ਹੈ ਹਾਊਸਿੰਗ ਐਕਸਲਰੇਟਰ ਫੰਡ ਵਜੋਂ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਡੀ ਮੁਸ਼ਕਿਲ ਇਸ ਲਈ ਆ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਇੱਕੋ ਇੱਕ ਆ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਘਰ ਬਣ ਨਹੀਂ ਰਹੇ। ਜੇ ਵੱਧ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ ਘਰ ਬਣਨ ਤੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਹੀ ਸਪਲਾਈ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਹੋ ਜਾਏਗੀ, ਸਪਲਾਈ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਹੋ ਜਾਏਗੀ ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਡਿਮਾਂਡ ਘਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਇੰਨੀ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਵਧੀ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਥੋੜੀ ਕੂਲ ਡਾਊਨ ਹੋਏਗੀ, ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਸਿਸ ਘਟਣਗੇ। तो लाल फीताशाही है, ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਮਿਊਨਿਸਪੈਲਿਟੀਜ਼ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਜਲਦੀ ਅਪਰੂਵਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਦਿੰਦੀਆਂ ਘਰ ਬਣਾਉਣ ਲਈ ਬਿਲਡਰਸ ਨੂੰ। ਅੱਛਾ, ਬਿਲਡਰ ਵੀ ਬੜੇ ਹੁਣ ਸਮਾਰਟ ਹੋ ਗਏ, ਉਹ ਥੋੜੇ ਜਿਹੇ ਘਰ ਬਣਾ ਕੇ ਫਿਰ ਰੋਕ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਆ, ਫਿਰ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਸ ਵਧਾ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ, ਅਗਲਾ ਲੋਟ ਫਿਰ ਵਧਾ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ। ਸੋ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਬੜੇ ਸ਼ਰੂਰ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਘਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੇਚ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਡਿਮਾਂਡ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਹੈ, ਮੂੰਹ ਮੰਗੇ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਸ ਮੰਗ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਉਹ। तो इस करके ये एक बड़ा इशू है। पर अच्छी गल ये है कि फैडरल सरकार भी ते साडी प्रोविंशियल सरकार भी पूरा ध्यान इस गल ते दे रहे हैं कि किवें ना किवें घरां दी जिहड़ी प्राइसिस है उन्हां नूं ठल पाई जावे, इन्हां नूं थोड़ा जिहा स्टेबल ते कम से कम कीता जावे, जे घटाया ना जावे कम से कम, वरना ये तो रोक ही नहीं रही प्राइस। और आम बंदा जिहड़ा पहली बारी घर खरीदण वाला उहदा ड्रीम ही रह जाएगा घर खरीदना, जो हालात बने हुए हैं। तो कितना फर्क पैंदा है सरकार दे इन्हां मैजर्स नाल, ये समा दसेगा। और जिहड़ा 2 साल का बैन लगा दिता है फॉरनर्स के उत्ते घर ना खरीदण ते, इहदा भी कितना असर पेगा ये समा दसेगा। मिनिस्टर कोल भी इहदी कोई बहुती जानकारी हजे नहीं, वो कहंदे जी 2 साल असीं ला के फिर चैक करांगे कि कितना फर्क पैंदा है। पर जिहड़ियां चोर मोहरियां हुंदियां लोग लभ लैंदे आ, तो जे बाहरले लोकां ने इन्वेस्ट करना है, इत्थे बैठे लोग कोई ना कोई उन्हां नूं राह दस ही देणगे। पर मेरा मनना है कि थोड़ा बहुता फर्क फिर भी जरूर पेगा। जो सरकार इन्ना सख्ती कर रही है तो इन्ना आसान नहीं होएगा बाहरले लोगों वास्ते, जिहड़े सिर्फ और सिर्फ मुनाफा कमाने वास्ते इत्थे घर खरीदे ने, ते जिहड़े बेचारे लोड़वंद लोग ने वो देखते रह जाते हैं। जुड़े हुए हो तुसीं रेडियो प्रोग्राम प्रवासी नाल। असीं इस प्रोग्राम दे विच बड़ी अच्छी बैलेंस और बड़ी वधिया तो वधिया जानकारी तुहाडे लई पेश करदे हां, ताकि तुहानूं जो कुछ भी लेटेस्ट खबरां हुंदियां उहनां नाल जोड़ सकीए।